So I asked you guys on my Instagram what kind of video do you want to see next, and these guys had some amazing ideas. And the future in the NBA is bright, so that's why we're going to take the top 25 players under 25 years old in the NBA, and using a random wheel, we will then trade them to different teams across the league. And with this new NBA, new rosters, we're going to simulate a season and playoff simulation on NBA 2K22 to determine the winner. So guys, go sit down, go relax, go grab your favorite snack, and let's get right into the draft. Here we go. So here we go, the top 25 players under 25 years old in NBA 2K22. We begin with Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks. Which new team will he be going to? He's a 95 overall, and Luka will be headed to the Eastern Conference to join the Cavaliers. And unfortunately for Cleveland, they have 3 players under 25, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, and Darius Garland, but they still got Luka Doncic, so you gotta be happy. And Morant is headed to the LA Lakers, joining LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and there's no way that the Lakers won't make the playoffs in today's simulation after getting Morant. But now we see Jayson Tatum get drafted to the Minnesota Timberwolves. He'll be joining Karl Towns and D'Angelo Russell. And now here's Ice Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks, the three-point shooter. He can play make as well, but he is going to go to the Houston Rockets. So Rockets fans, what an amazing pickup. And Zion Williamson, we're putting him on the wheel. Yes, he will be playing, and he will be playing now for the Atlanta Hawks. So Hawks fans, you guys got Zion Williamson. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is up next. Which team will he be going to? He's going to go to the Golden State Warriors, joining Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Wiggins. That team is looking pretty solid. And it's funny because we're doing this simulation with players under 25 years old, as Darius Garland will be headed to the Chicago Bulls. But as I was saying, there are some players who are exactly 25 years old who couldn't qualify for the simulation, like Jaylen Brown, Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray. The list goes on, as Bam Adebayo is headed to the Boston Celtics. And now as we continue on, we get to number 9, LaMelo Ball, an 86 overall. He's in his second year for the Charlotte Hornets, and he'll be headed to the Orlando Magic as he stays in the Eastern Conference. And it's going to be interesting to see if the Hornets can win in the play-in tournament this year to get to the NBA playoffs. As we know, last year they fell up short in the play-in tournament, but DeAndre Ayton is headed to the Clippers in today's simulation. He will now be in LA, as we have Jared Allen. We already saw the Cavaliers get Luka Doncic, but again, they got to get rid of 3 players, and Jared Allen is headed to the Milwaukee Bucks, joining Giannis Antetokounmpo. And next up, we got the best player on the New York Knicks this season. RJ Barrett had a pretty solid season, and he is headed to the Indiana Pacers. Obviously, Derrick Rose was injured. He might have been the best player. I don't know. Julius Randle, though. What happened to Julius Randle this season? Knicks fans, let me know down below. But here we go. Tyler Hero, he's going to go to the Charlotte Hornets, replacing LaMelo Ball. And now as we continue, Jaren Jackson Jr., a great defensive player for the Memphis Grizzlies. And Jaren Jackson will be headed to the Miami Heat. He's almost exactly like Bam Adebayo. Not really, but like in a way defensively, yes, you could say that. So they're replacing him out there in Miami. And now we got De'Aaron Fox headed to the Phoenix Suns. So Phoenix won't have DeAndre Ayton, but they'll have Devin Booker, De'Aaron Fox, and Chris Paul. As here is Tyrese Maxey. What a season he is having for the Philadelphia 76ers, and he'll be going to the Washington Wizards. As we now get to number 17, Miles Bridges of the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets have to give up 2 players, and he'll be going to the New Orleans Pelicans with Brandon Ingram, who again I think is actually 25 years old exactly, so he doesn't qualify for the simulation. But here's Desmond Bane, who had a great season for the Grizzlies this year, and he'll be going to the Denver Nuggets, joining Jokic. And now we got Evan Mobley up next, the probable rookie of the year, and he'll be going to the Utah Jazz, joining Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. Again, Donovan Mitchell is one of those players who exactly 25 years old. And now we got Anthony Edwards. He's a young player, and he'll be going to the Philadelphia 76ers, joining James Harden and Joel Embiid. How will that big 3 work out down there? And Tyrese Halliburton. I still can't believe the Sacramento Kings traded him. And Halliburton will now be playing in Brooklyn with KD and Kyrie Irving. Honestly, if Halliburton ever went to the Nets, I would start him over Ben Simmons. Let me know down below. Is that crazy to start Halliburton over Ben Simmons, or should we start Ben Simmons over Halliburton? Anyways, John Collins is head of the Sacramento Kings. As we got up next, Cade Cunningham. And what a rookie season he has progressed into, and he's going to go to the OKC Thunder. So not the best scenario, going from Detroit now to OKC. And now we got Scotty Barnes up next, and he's actually had a very solid rookie season. He is headed to the Portland Trail Blazers. The Raptors are looking pretty good this year. And last but not least, Jordan Poole has had a very good season as well, as head of the Detroit Pistons. And guys, that's going to wrap up the wheel draft, so let's head on to NBA 2K to simulate the season. We are now into NBA 2K22. I just filled out all the rosters according to the wheel draft. And we're just going to briefly go over the rosters and simulate the season to see which teams will make the playoffs. As we saw, Anthony Edwards went to the 76ers, the Bulls Bulls got Darius Garland. Of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers got Luka Doncic. But guys, shout out to the people up on the screen who showed love in the last NBA 2K22 simulation. I appreciate your guys' support. Let me know down below which team do you think is going to win today's simulation. But I just really love this simulation idea today. The 25 players under 25 years old in the NBA. So many good players the NBA has to offer. I mean, the league talent right now is insane. It's probably the best it's ever been. Like Kevin Durant just talked about it on JJ Redick's podcast. The shot making in today's NBA is insane. Like you had Saddiq Bey go up for 50 points. Saddiq Bey almost made the cut for the simulation. He was like an 80 or something, 81. I'm not really sure, but he definitely should be up here. He should be higher overall in my opinion, but he's gonna have an amazing NBA career. But kind of switching subjects here, the rookies in this year's NBA season are actually pretty underrated. If you look at the Rookie of the Year ladder, each guy could potentially be the Rookie of the Year. Like Evan Mobley's at number 1. Then you got Scottie Barnes, Cade Cunningham. Then there are some other rookies who had pretty solid season as well for their first year, like Franz Wagner of the Orlando Magic, Herbert Jones of the Pelicans, even Josh Giddey of the Thunder, Joshua Primo even of the Spurs. I mean, I know I'm forgetting some players here, but I guess the point of all this is just saying that the NBA talent is very good right now. And if you guys had to pick your Rookie of the Year, who would it be? Let me know down below. I'm gonna assume most of the people are gonna say Evan Mobley, which I believe it should, but again, Scottie Barnes had an underrated season. But anyways, we're getting to the end of these rosters. We saw Jayson Tatum go to the Timberwolves, Scottie Barnes now in the Portland Trailblazers, the Golden State Warriors with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tyrese Maxey on the Washington Wizards with Porzingis and Kuzma. Anyways, it is time to similar to the end of the season to see which teams will make the playoffs here. And it is Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks winning an MVP once again, 27 points, 12 rebounds per game. Cade Cunningham of the OKC Thunder wins Rookie of the Year, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander averages 21 points off the bench in Golden State as he wins 6th Man of the Year. And it seems to be, as always, Defensive Player of the Year goes to Giannis as Luka leads the NBA in points, 32 for the Cavaliers. Then we see Jokic on Antetokounmpo. Jaylen Brown is 4th without Jayson Tatum. Zion Williamson is number 5. We got Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden. And how about no KD, no Kyrie, no Tatum in the top 10 for points, but we look at the rebounds per game, Joel Embiid. We see Doncic at number 6. And as we go to the assists per game, James Harden leads with 9. We got Kyle Lowry, LeBron, Draymond Green, Chris Paul, Jokic. And now the NBA standings in the East, it is the Milwaukee Bucks at the 1 seed. Then we got the Atlanta Hawks with Zion, the Celtics, the Indiana Pacers, the 76ers, the Miami Heat. And the play-in tournament teams are the Bulls, the Cavaliers, the Toronto Raptors, and the Brooklyn Nets. How about that? And they're the teams that did not make the postseason for today's simulation, as you see up on the screen. And as we head to the Eastern Conference, the Golden State Warriors take the 1 seed. Then we got the Utah Jazz, Phoenix Suns, Minnesota Timberwolves, the LA Clippers, the LA Lakers, and the play-in tournament teams for the Sacramento Kings, the Spurs, the Pelicans, and the Memphis Grizzlies. And they're the 5 teams that did not make the playoffs in the West, as the Dallas Mavericks finished last without Luka Doncic. And here we go, the NBA postseason for today's simulation. As always, we're to simulate the play-in tournament first. So which teams could prevail in the NBA play-in tournament to make the 16-team official playoff bracket? There we are, the Western play-in tournament teams, and we see the Eastern play-in tournament teams. And as you guys know, all these games are simulated live here on NBA 2K22. So first we begin the play-in tournament. Let's get that simulated right now. So let's go. So we start off the play-in tournament in Sacramento, where the Kings will take down the Spurs 122-106. So John Collins and Sacramento will take the 7th seed in the Western Conference, as the Spurs will drop down the elimination game. And now the loser of this game is eliminated here in New Orleans, as Dillon Brooks loses the ball, picked up by Brandon Ingram. It is all tied up here with under 30 seconds to go. Ingram kisses in the paint. The rookie Jones back out to Ingram. Now they go to the top of the key to CJ McCollum. And both teams are out of timeouts here, as the shot clock is now at 10 seconds, about a 7-second shot differential. McCollum on the screen, he goes up, a wild shot, it goes off the glass. What a shot from CJ McCollum over Steven Adams. Here comes Brooks, he just turned it over. Can he get redemption? 8 seconds, here we go. 1-on-1 with Brandon Ingram, their season on the line. 4 seconds, the screen from Anderson. Brooks, the 3 in the win. It's off the rim and no good. And the Pelicans will survive and advance, as they'll now go up to play the Spurs for the 8th seed. And now as we get to San Antonio, the Pelicans win 2 in a row as the Spurs drop 2 in a row. And the Pelicans will now go to the NBA playoffs as the 8th seed. And so now let's head to the East. We have a close one in the 7-8 game, where the winner will take the 7th seed in Chicago. Here's Luka Doncic down by 1 for the Cavs. Oh, what a pass fake to Love, and he scores to get the Cavs a 1-point lead with 40 seconds to go. Cleveland still has 1 timeout. What is Osman doing? You gotta get back on defense. Ain't no time for celebrating, as here comes Darius Garland. Garland was drafted to the Bulls on the random wheel draft. He's going at Luka Doncic for the lead. It's no good. Luka with the stop. And if you're the Bulls, it has to touch DeRozan or Zach LaVine's hand. Even Vucevic. I don't know about Darius Garland taking that shot, even though he's lethal when he gets to the rim. But here comes Luka Doncic looking for the dagger, and the Bulls won't foul. They have no timeouts. An interesting decision. Shot clock and game clock separated at 4 seconds. Around the screen, Doncic looking for the dagger. No good. Rebound Vucevic. 4 seconds. No timeouts. DeRozan just to win the game. It's off the mark, and the Cavs will take the 7th seed in the East as they win on the road here in Chicago. And now as we go to Toronto, Gary Trent Jr. from downtown, it's good, but it doesn't matter because the Raptors will be going home, and the Brooklyn Nets will take them down the 9-10 game, 124-1 away, so Brooklyn will advance up. And the 8th seed in the NBA playoffs berth is on the line where the Brooklyn Nets are down by 2 with 25 seconds. Can they force overtime, win this game, or can the Bulls win it with a stop? Oh, what a pass. Curry in the corner. Puts in the 3. Durant with an amazing assist. And oh my goodness, how about these passes recently in the simulations? We saw Steph Curry do something crazy about a week ago. And now here come the Bulls, the same situation they were in against the Cavaliers, down by 1 point, and now their season on the line. This time they don't go to Darius Garland. It's gonna be Zach LaVine. LaVine with 3. LaVine, pull up, sticks it. Zach LaVine gives the Bulls the lead. Point 3, it's over. The Bulls will beat the Nets. And how about Brooklyn? They will go down in the play-in tournament as the Bulls advance. And so after that crazy play-in tournament, we now enter the official 16-team playoff bracket for today's simulation. It is your last chance to comment down your predictions. We have so many great matchups here in the first round, and the road to the championship begins here in the first round. So without further ado, guys, go sit down, go relax, go grab a snack, and here we go. Man, as a Celtics fan, this definitely does not feel good because we will get swept in the first round by the Miami Heat, 122-112 in Game 4. And the Celtics will be going home early as the Miami Heat will advance to the second round. And the Chicago Bulls season on the line. They're down by 5 points, under 10 seconds, down 3-1 in the series. They swing it to Kobe White for 3. In and out. Rebound Jared Allen. And the Milwaukee Bucks will beat the Bulls in 5 games, 107-102 your final. And we are in Minnesota where the Timberwolves are trying to close out the series in 5 games against the Clippers. Clippers trying to keep this series alive before Game 6. They are up by 1 as Minnesota has a chance to take the lead. Here's Vanderbilt top of the key, under 30 seconds to go. Looks like Minnesota's drawing up a play. Vanderbilt, scary pass against the Beverly. Beverly underneath. He scores. Minnesota goes on top, and the Clippers have to use their last timeout. 22 seconds remaining in this one. And after the timeout, season on the line for the Clippers. Here we go. They're out of timeouts. George, the pull-up jumper. It's off the mark, but Zubac puts it in. The biggest shot of his life, and it gives the Clippers some life here. 13 seconds remaining, no timeouts. Can Jayson Tatum win this series? Under 10 seconds remaining. Tatum backs it out. He draws the double. He goes to Towns. Towns with 3 seconds. Pull-up jumper for the series. Off the rim. And the Clippers hold on. And they will keep this series alive and force a Game 6. Zubac the game winner. And this series isn't over just yet. And we'll now enter Golden State where this series is over for the Warriors as they take down the Pelicans in 5 games. An absolute blowout. 146-120. Shea Alexander, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, they move on today. And now we'll enter Philadelphia with the Sixers season on the line. They're down by 3. Things are looking dry, and they just turned it over as the Pacers are trying to close out the series as they're up 3 points and up in this series 3 games to 2 in Game 6. Lillard looking for the dagger. Brogdon the spin. Brogdon takes it back on Thibault. He goes up and it's blocked by Thibault, and he gets the rebound. Here comes Philadelphia on the break. Down by 3. They need a 3-pointer and a quick 2. And these fans of Philadelphia are very nervous as James Harden finds a cutting Embiid, and he throws it down to cut it to a 1-point game. Each team on a timeout. And it's Miles Turner inbound from the baseline. He can't find anybody. And now we get to the T.J. McConnell. And T.J. McConnell will go out the line and a chance to end his former team's season. Can he get these 2 free throws to make a 3-point game in 11 seconds? First one, it's good. And the Sixers are out of timeout. So what will they do? Make or miss on this free throw from McConnell. And it's front rim, no good. And now Philadelphia has a chance to tie this game or go for the win. Here comes James Harden, 6 seconds. Anthony Edwards, the newest Sixer, pull-up jumper, puts it in, and the Sixers come all the way back, and they force overtime unless this full-court shot goes in. Oh my goodness. Oh, that could have been the season for Philadelphia, but we're headed to overtime in this one. RJ Barrett is at the line looking to make this a 2-possession game. Can he get the free throw? And he's got it. That most likely should do it for the Sixers, and their season is over in 6 games. They will lose to the Indiana Pacers in today's simulation. As now it is the Atlanta Hawks who will fall the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Cavaliers are the 7th seed. They'll beat the Hawks in 6 games. So down goes Zion Williamson in Atlanta. as Cleveland will move on. And here we go, a winner go home. The Suns versus the Lakers. They always seem to be matched up against each other in the playoffs now, even in the simulations, as LeBron James is trying to take the Lakers on the second round with Morant as well. Here comes the screen from Davis. LeBron, the three-pointer. It won't go. And now the Suns have a chance to take the lead in overtime under 30 seconds. Here comes Devin Booker. CP3 throws up to jump down. McGee throws it down, and the Suns go up 1-2. Oh my goodness, a top play of the year, and the Lakers season on the line. Can they force double OT? LeBron, he's gonna go for the series. It's no good. And down goes the super team of LA with Ja Morant, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis, as the Suns will win in overtime. And now we'll go to a Game 7 in Utah. The Kings took them to Game 7, but the Jazz will ultimately hold on and beat the Sacramento Kings in 7 games, and they'll move on today. And so we saw Zubac force Game 6 with that game-winning putback layup, but look at the Timberwolves. They'll go on to win the series as they'll beat the Clippers in Game 6. Jayson Tatum with 40 points to end the series, but we are now headed to the second round of the conference semifinals in today's simulation. I still can't believe the Lakers lost that game. Their season's over, but there are 8 teams remaining today. Hopefully your favorite team is still in it. Anyways, we're going to summon this round here in NBA 2K22, so let's go. And we'll start the conference semifinals off in Utah, where the Suns will take down the Jazz. De'Aaron Fox, the step back, the dagger, and the Suns will beat the Jazz in 5 games, and they'll go to the Western Conference Finals. And now we'll enter Minnesota. It is the Timberwolves who will beat the Golden State Warriors in Game 6, 144-136, a big-time game for the Timberwolves. And now Jayson Tatum and Karl Towns will advance to play the Suns in the Conference Finals. And now we got a close Game 7 between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Patriots. Here comes Brogdon with under a minute to go, down by 1, but he throws it away, and Milwaukee has a chance to put the dagger into Indiana and extend this lead. And for the Pacers, they desperately need to stop as Drew Holiday, the spin, gets the paint, but he's blocked from behind by Miles Turner. And here come the Pacers on the break. But oh my goodness, Miles Turner, a huge block to get the Pacers the ball back, down by 1. They have a timeout, they won't use it. It's Malcolm Brogdon, 1-on-1. He gives it up. 3-pointer on its way, it's no good. Rebound, stolen. Miles Turner grabs it, goes in the corner. Barron, bang. Oh my goodness, what's going on in Game 7? All of a sudden, the Patriots have a 2-point lead. The turnover, how can you throw that away as the Bucks season on the line with 10 seconds out of timeout? And these fans in Milwaukee can't believe what just happened. 6 seconds, Holiday in the paint on Akubo to save the season. Got it! Oh my goodness, back and forth. RJ Barrett and Akubo trade buckets with 2 seconds remaining. Indiana has a chance to win the series, however, with a catch and shoot. Inbound to Brogdon to win it all. It's no good, and we're going to go to overtime in this Game 7. What a game we got going on right now in Milwaukee. And as we get to overtime, Miles Turner out the line. He got the free throw. It's a 2-point game. Pacers out the lead, and Miles Turner had that huge block in regulation. But here come the Bucks once again, down by 2. Can Antetokounmpo do it again? Under 10 seconds. No timeout. He got him isolated. Antetokounmpo the drive. Antetokounmpo the score. 3 seconds remaining. Pacers out of timeout. Will we go to double overtime? Or can Brogdon win the series from half court? Off the glass, no good. And this one is head to double overtime on Akubo, keeping the series alive for the Bucks. And now we go to double overtime. It is the Pacers who will hold on to win, and they'll beat the Milwaukee Bucks, and they will go to the Eastern Conference Finals. What a game, what a series. And now we go to a Game 7 where the Cleveland Cavaliers will take down the Miami Heat 100-92. And this Cleveland Cavaliers team, as a play-in tournament team, goes from the play-in tournament all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. And now we have 4 teams remaining in the West. Phoenix versus Minnesota. In the East, Indiana versus Cleveland. I definitely didn't expect these 4 teams to be here, but here we go. So which teams will advance to the NBA Finals in today's simulation? Let's find out. We start off in the Western Conference Finals where the Suns have a 3-2 series lead over the Timberwolves. Let's look at Devin Booker, no good. And now Minnesota has a chance to take this lead into 4-7 games. Can they get it done? It's Jayson Tatum against Bridges. He draws the double team. He kicks it to Russell in the corner. Beverly a 3. Off the mark, Patrick Beverly can't connect, and the Suns now have a chance to win their series. Here they come, and there's about a 4-second shot differential, but man, did Minnesota need that 3 from Patrick Beverly. But here we go, they need a defensive stop to keep their season alive. 14 seconds remaining on the game clock. It's CP3, Devin Booker in motion. Booker gets open, a deep 3, puts it in. Devin Booker icing his veins from way downtown. It's a 3-point game. 5 seconds, Timberwolves season on the line. Tatum, Vanderbilt, Russell. No good, and the Suns are going to win this series, and they're headed to the NBA Finals. Devin Booker, the game winner from downtown. Unbelievable. And down goes Minnesota. And now we'll go to the Eastern Conference Finals. It is the Cavaliers who will beat the Pacers in 7 games. And the Cleveland Cavaliers as a 7th seed will go from the play-in tournament to the NBA Finals. And so it all comes down to this: CP3, Devin Booker, De'Aaron Fox and the Suns against Luka Doncic and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA Finals. A best-of-7 series to determine the winner of today's simulation. Who's going to take home the championship? Sit down and let's find out. And we go to Phoenix where the celebration is underway, and the Suns, who are up 3-1 this series, will win Game 5, 114-97. And it's all over. The Suns will be the NBA champions, and the Cleveland Cavaliers will go down the finals. What a simulation. The Suns get it done. They get De'Aaron Fox on the wheel. They lose to Andre Ayton, but it doesn't matter. They take home the championship. And be honest, guys, how many of you predicted the Suns to win today's simulation? Let me know down below where they get it done. And guys, stay tuned for next simulation because we're going to simulate the 2022 NBA playoffs. But thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I appreciate all the support. I read every single comment. You guys are all the GOATs. Luka, your MVP, Devin Booker. It's Halftime Productions, and we out.